So today's video will probably be a pretty short one. I'm going to be talking about the views that are pretty common about the Lord's Supper, or is also called communion or Eucharist. It all means the same thing. It's when Christ instituted on the upper room discourse, the Last Supper. He instituted the Lord's Supper, which is where many Christians will drink bread and wine on a certain day. Sometimes it's every week for some Christians. Sometimes it's maybe 4 times a year. But that just depends on the denomination. But today I'm going to talk about 4 pretty big views. And just to start off, we have memorialism. It's what I am, and it's what I imagine a lot of you guys may be, especially if you live in America. It's what the Baptists, Pentecostals, most non-denominationals hold, that the bread and wine was a symbol of Christ's blood and body. And that is why a lot of them use grape juice instead of wine, too. Then after that, we have spiritual presence. That is going to be what a lot of the Reformed churches do. It's Presbyterians, Dutch Reformed, and some Baptists actually believe in spiritual presence. That is where the bread and the wine remain bread and wine. However, you do spiritually receive the body and blood of Christ through the Holy Spirit. And after that, we have physical real presence. It's sometimes called consubstantiation. And I know it's mainly Lutherans that hold this one. They like to say that it stays the bread and wine, but you physically really do receive the body and blood of Christ. That's how you know is means is when he says this is my body and blood. And they usually say that he is in, with, and under the sacrament. That's a pretty common thing you hear them say. Next up, transubstantiation. That is a Catholic view of the Eucharist. They usually just call it Eucharist. They believe that it is a miracle every time that it happens when the priest blesses the sacrament. And I believe they take it every week, possibly more. I'm going to be doing some more research on that. But they have this more philosophical view of it. They believe that it may appear as bread and wine after the priest blesses it, but the substance is actually the body and blood of Christ. They believe that's a miracle that happens every time they take it. So, yeah, those are the main views. There's, of course, a lot more to go into about all those, but this is really just to kind of give you basic definitions of those views. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. God bless. See y'all.